beautiful people of the internet. But most likely future me rewatching these videos that almost serve like a time capsule of whatever the fuck is happening with me and my life this year. Hopefully it's something good and beautiful. But so far, the reason why I have this many fluids in front of me is because I am getting sick yet again, and I'm not having it this time, but we'll see. Hopefully I will not get as sick as last time. But yeah, it would be my like third or maybe even fourth time in a row, and at least second time this month. And all because of the way I react to things. My emotional response to my life has caused this kind of bodily reaction, which is, I don't know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who experiences these intense emotions that affect your body. What happened? Well, I reinstalled the dating apps. Yeah. And I managed to get really excited and then get really, really disappointed. I was really excited about two guys that I was talking to on Bumble, which Bumble I feel like is out of all of them, like among Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble. Those are the three that I've tried. Tinder, Jesus fucking Christ. We need to burn that shit to the fucking ground. It's gross. Oh my god, it is so gross. We do not need that in this world. No. It's like a breeding ground for everything gross and evil in our society. Honestly, it's the worst. Yikes. The flashbacks, oh my god. Literally, like you can easily lose faith in humanity just like scrolling through. My cat is eating the lamps. Bitch, stop. Anyway, Bumble, two guys. I got really excited for two different reasons. One had a very inviting personality, and the other one had a very big and long personality. If you know what I mean. He did send me a dick pic through the underwear, and it was also very inviting. He sent it with no, he didn't send it with the permission, but it wasn't that inappropriate. We were like, there was some heavy flirting involved. Anyway, very exciting, but from what I noticed these days, all dates just kind of, because guys have this tendency to pretend, I don't know, maybe girls do that too, but I am fucking sure that girls do that because men, like, with their behavior, they force them to act in a similar way, because if they appear to be too available, or like, what is too available? It's not too available. What is happening is not too available, because people just make themselves unavailable completely, to a point where you ask yourself, like, what are we doing here? What are you doing on the dating app if you clearly don't have time, space, capacity, like emotional and otherwise in your life for the relationship, for this person that you're trying to get to know. Because we would be talking, and the talking is nice, and with the cute guy we FaceTimed, and it was very nice. And the exchange of messages that we had, it wasn't very frequent, but it was like, you know, you could feel that there is a connection there. With the other one, there was so much miscommunication and misunderstanding, and it's just like, yeah. And he was moving from another country to here. He was moving from London, relocating. And when he came to San Francisco, instead of being like, oh, now I'm here, like, give me a couple of days to recover from jet lag and let's meet. I'm excited to see you. Because he was saying that he was excited. But once he moved here, it's just like, yeah, I am busy. You can't imagine. And then he would be like, if I refuse, or not, okay, he was like, you can come up to San Francisco early in the morning on a Sunday before I go to my thing at 12. Like, if you're around San Francisco, I don't live in San Francisco. I live an hour away from San Francisco. So if it would have so happened that I was in San Francisco early in the morning, then he would meet me. To which I responded like, well, I'm not. I'm having a bike ride. I'm going on a bike ride on a Sunday with the group, and I'm not gonna do that. But feel free to drop by Mountain View. To which he responds, are you lonely? Or are you that, like, do you want to see me that badly? Just because I suggested that he would come by. Yeah. So weird. And the other guy, he also lives near San Francisco. Well, okay, it's a little bit like, still, he lives in Oakland. Oh my god, at some point it's probably gonna be out there somewhere and someone will stumble upon my videos and they will realize that I'm talking about them, but hey, I'm not naming any names. At least give me that. And he lives in Oakland, which you can drive from Oakland to where I live in like probably 40 minutes. And I've been dating a guy from San Francisco before, so driving is not an issue if you want to. So yeah, all of those two great connections that were great on the beginning stage, they all died out because of that kind of mentality. Oh, it actually requires effort from my part, or I cannot appear too eager to see that person. Which is, why on earth would you not let the other person know that you are excited about seeing them? And I'm not talking about me. Like, fuck those guys. It's just like, they didn't want, like, I'm sure they did want to see me. Or even if they didn't, just like, yeah, okay. In general, maybe it's just the way I am, but we do not tell each other enough compliments. We do not show appreciation for each other enough. Not in friendships, not in families, and more so in just day-to-day human interaction. We, like, I don't know, as a humanity, we suck more and more. And the way that men want women to be like badasses and strong now, well, it leads to women being so much stronger than men that men become weaker because it is convenient for them. And it's not really convenient for women to be strong. I don't know. There are so many parts of this topic, but from the way I see it, it saddens me to see how women give up their femininity. And yeah, those two things, like badassery and strength and that kind of hardcore and femininity, they're self-exclusive. They cannot exist in one body. And I don't know, to me femininity is sacred. And what I was talking about. Anyway, it is frustrating, and dating in San Francisco, and I'm sure there will be thousands of women who will be like, bitch, yes, I feel you. So yeah, and I think, yeah, one of my dates got cancelled on the same day when I was not feeling very well, but no, I'm gonna finish this one. Basically, I freaked out. That's why I'm feeling sick right now. And also I was in a social event at a hackathon. The first one ever in my life. This girl, just like in that Britney Spears song, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. Well, she is more and more of a woman, and dare I say, an adult. Yeah, I went to a hackathon. So much happened this past 10 days. I have networked the shit out of myself and everybody else who I was networking with, so that I found a connection with a woman who has a startup, and it's called Aura, and it's basically a networking and dating app with the face recognition and AI involved in it. And I am I'm free workforce. This is what it's called. I work for free for her, but I need experience. I think I'm gonna sneeze. No, not now. So I work for her, and at the same time, today is Monday, and I was onboarding on another project to which I also free volunteer. I volunteer. A very good impression. Yeah, I'll sip some water while you're applauding my improv skills. Thank you. So yeah, I had an interview with those people, and I am incredibly excited because we aligned like what they're doing and what I'm interested in and what I had experience with, because I worked with Superbetter also for free. These days, in order to get a job, you gotta work for free for like a year. Anyway, it is exciting because this non-profit organization, they are gamifying kind of educational process of like educating people on making your like use of electricity, recycling, all of that, making it better and more efficient, and letting people know about the ways that they can improve their living conditions and save money. And in addition to that, they would get some like perks here and there that they would be able to redeem for some useful things. And it is such a great project, and it all started at the same time because today the Aura woman, Josephine, is demanding from me, like, you need to do the interface for the app because we have the presentation like on, I think on Thursday. So I really need to kind of give her the outline, and I need to really dive in the entire process because we are building for that educational thing. We are building a service like from scratch, from the ground up, and so I need to read all of the documentations on what research has been done, what was implemented, what they have discussed, because this is the team that is just joining. Jesus.
Hey.
My cats are fighting.
Stop.
And I really want to participate, and I want to just slack on that because it is a great project. It's all happening at the same time while I'm feeling sick and like trying not to think that I am gonna die alone with 40 cats as a crazy, lonely, I don't know, woman in her 40s. Well, hopefully my life wouldn't be that long, that miserable, that long. Yeah. I only have 7 years until I'm 40. And in March, I'm not even gonna say no. March is my birthday month. I'm gonna say 33 forever. Period. So yeah, life is hard. Adulting is hard. But I am glad that I'm doing good. Even though not all the time. Apparently on Saturday, hence the congested nose and something happening with my throat, I really did freak out that much. I was so upset. I was crying for like 2 hours. Also because that guy canceled on me, the guy who I wanted to see. I scheduled another date last minute. And I don't want to add to this superstition because earlier I was saying that we should be more inviting and complimentary towards other people, and be available for each other and accept their availability with gratitude rather than judgment and preconceptions of it, meaning that the person is low quality or doesn't have a life, which it can be both. It can mean that the person is making an effort and is really excited to see you, and also it can mean that the person doesn't really have a life and is really desperate, which was the case for me for the date, because yeah, it wasn't the most pleasant date and the guy was very desperate and he didn't want to let me go. Like, we chatted, we had a dinner, and as like he asked me to walk around the block a couple of times, and I was like, yeah, okay, like we can do that. And then I was like, okay, it's time for me to go. He was like, well, I can walk you home. No, you cannot. I was like, oh, I need to like order an Uber then. can you wait with me? And I'm like, yeah. And then he asked whether he can kiss me goodbye or not. Which, funny enough, there were two reactions to me telling this story. Boys, men, reacted like, "Aww," and girls were like, "Ugh." Which, that was my reaction. I'm like, no. If you gotta ask, if there were no attempts from your part to build, like, to flirt, there was no flirting, no touching, or like even like, you know, like probe, like touch here and there, touch the shoulder, say something nice and see how the woman reacts. Then you wouldn't have to ask whether you can kiss her or not. Then you would be like building a connection, and you will be signaling the intention. Not every date like, it's just like, gross, basically. So yeah, and that date ended, and I was like, fuck my life. All the men that I want do not want me. Some of them for the better, some I'm not sure, but probably for the better. Which universe doesn't take something from you that you need. But in the moment, it is very hard to remember and to admit, because you do want the connection, and you have all of those fantasies about men. And men I'm gonna go on another separate topic. I have a very scattered mind today. Should I mention this? But anyway, yeah, I will. I think it's funny. I heard it in a reel, but there were two girls talking about it, and one of them was like, recently I have had an epiphany about the way men and women, or girls and boys, approach dating, which is girls approach it with like 100% idealistic, like, oh, I really like you, I am invested, let's do that, from the beginning. And men start with zero. So women start with 100% and men start with zero. And they basically start like with investigating and observing from a distance, testing, probing, keeping the distance. And then they warm up and they see how great women are. Women start seeing all the fucked up things about men and being like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? But I feel like, yeah, that helps you idiots, to get great women, because we are so gullible and willing to love you. So don't stop fucking it up. Stop treating us like, I don't know, something that is not valuable. I'm obviously not talking about all men. I'm just generalizing. If you, as a man, treat women like that, like keeping a distance and pretending to be unavailable, or not being, trying to be not interested, to keep your cool, which is not really sexy, because that's what happened with me and this other guy from London. He came to San Francisco and started acting like he's too nonchalant, he's too not caring. I'm like, I don't like being treated like shit. I don't like being neglected. I don't like talking to men who indicate that they want to date me but who at the same time act like they are not interested. I'm like, bye-bye. Because, like, why would you be interested in that? And I'm sure, like, I've been told by other guys that other girls would be interested in that, which, if you're one of those girls, don't buy that. You're beautiful, you're worth so much more, and fuck them, basically. But to sum it all up, it's been an eventful stretch of time, and I went from like almost zero, like barely scraping myself up and trying to do something, into having 2 projects, very intense at the same time, and I'm going to all the events to promote this startup for Aura, and I'm really excited about this other project, which is like an actual nice Petya, uйди. He's just like, he's licking the tray from the dry food feeder, pretending like he hasn't eaten in years, so that you people on the internet would know that I am a horrible cat mother and I do not feed my cat children. Which you're more than welcome to go back to the shelter, my friend. Yeah. I am proud of myself for doing all of those things, all of those steps. And I've already done a lot, and I keep doing a lot more, and I have a lot more planned. Project-wise, I have deleted all dating apps. Fuck them, Jesus fucking Christ. I think I would rather die alone in my, like an old crazy cat lady, rather than going back on all of those dating apps. Which I think I can even hear someone on the other side of this video laughing at me, because I'm sure that 2 or 3 videos ahead I will be telling you that I have reinstalled them and I've met the one. Or I'm so excited, he seems like he's the one. And 3 videos after that I am crying again, because I've lost my hope in humanity and men. But let's hope it's not true. Let's hope it's not true. So yeah, that was probably a very long check-in. I haven't checked in for a long time, so this is kind of a compensation for that. I don't know if anybody made it to the end, listening to all of me rambling. If you did, thank you. You're gorgeous. You're a beautiful human being. You're very patient. Hopefully you were in some way entertained. Maybe even you took away something. I don't know. Or you were cheering me on, happy for me. I'm happy for you and for me, and basically, yeah. Thanks for watching, and bye.